Hello, my dear students. I hope everyone is doing great. And today we are going to learn a very, very interesting topic from your curriculum that is going to be the circulatory system. So, students, we all know that we are eating the food, we are inhaling the oxygen that needs to be transported to the different parts of the body. And you know what? The transportation hero of our body is circulatory system that is responsible for transporting the nutrients, oxygen, all the waste that are there inside our body tissues, these are coming back to the excretory organ, that is again with the help of the circulatory system. So that is all circulated by our hero, that is the circulatory system. Okay, and the circulatory system is having different components. So let's first of all enlist all the components that are making up this circulatory system. So the components that are enlisting the circulatory system includes the blood, right? The blood is there. Number one is blood. Number two is blood vessels. The blood vessels. And number three is the heart. That is the pumping organ, right? Heart. So these three components make up the circulatory system. So first of all, we are going to learn about the blood, because blood is actually the main component of the circulatory system. Okay. So talking about the blood, so this blood is actually what? It is never stationary. It is always in a movable state. So blood is never stationary. It is never stationary. It is always in a movable state. Okay. So it is always in a running state or in a movable state. Okay. And secondly, students, this blood is actually what? It is around 5 to 6 liters that is there inside our body. 5 to 6 liters. Right. And this blood is carried out by the different blood vessels, including the arteries and the veins that we will learn. But first of all, I would like to tell you about this blood, that the blood is actually what? It is red in color. It is which in color? Red in color. So when it is in an oxygenated state, it is bright red in color, right? When it is having enough amount of oxygen. So it is bright red when it is in an oxygenated state. When it is an oxygenated blood. Okay. And it is dark red. How much? It is dark red when it is in a deoxygenated state. Okay. So that is about blood. And second thing is blood is actually what? It is saltish in taste. It is having a very saltish kind of taste. So that is having a saltish taste, and its pH is actually what? Its pH is 7.3 to 7.45. So that is the pH of the blood. So these are the small characteristics of the blood, that how it looks, how it is its pH, how whether it is in a running state or in a very stable or a stationary state. So that was about that, students. And now coming to the blood. Blood is actually what? Blood is having different components. Let's understand about the blood components. Blood components. So when we talk about blood, blood is having two important components. There are two important components of the blood. One is fluid component. Fluid component is there. And the second is the cellular component, or you can say cellular part. Cellular component. So that is about the blood components. There are two components, fluid component and the cellular component. Talking about the fluid component include the plasma. That is including the plasma, okay? And it is composed of 55 to 60% of the blood. 55 to 60% of the blood is constituted by plasma, okay? And the other cellular components include the three components that are there in cellular component, that is RBCs. RBCs are red blood cells, WBCs, white blood cells, and the platelets. These are comprising around 45 to 50% of the blood. So that is about all the blood components that are there inside in our body, students. That is fluid component, plasma, cellular component, that is including the RBCs, red blood cells, white blood cells, and the platelets. So that was about the blood components. And now coming to the next part. I hope everyone is taking notes, and you can also revisit to my channel if you whenever you want to grasp anything again. I will post this video, and please encourage the other participants also to please watch the video and get the knowledge from us. So please do that, and you can also share your views if you want me to create any other content for you. I will do that. Thank you so much. So that was about the blood components, okay? Fluid component and the cellular components. And now we are coming to the next part. So let's understand about this cellular components, that is including the red blood cells, white blood cells, and the platelets. But before that, let's have a quick review about the functions of blood. Functions of blood. Functions of blood includes the transport of protein, transport of nutrients. The proteins, carbohydrates, fats, all the nutrients, these are actually what? These are transported to different parts of our body by the help of the blood. Second is what? Second is the transport of oxygen. Transport of oxygen, right? Transport of oxygen from the lungs to the different parts of the body. Third is the transport of carbon dioxide. Now, carbon dioxide is a waste, right? So that is also transported by the help of blood from the lungs to, from the different tissues to the lungs actually. So transport of carbon dioxide, right? So that is the function of blood. Fourth part is the transportation of all the waste materials. Our body is having different waste materials, students, and that waste material need to be excreted out from our body. That has to be eliminated out from our body. That is again done by our transportation hero component, that is blood, right? So that is the transport of waste material. Transport of waste material from the different tissues to the excretory organs, including the kidney, skin, right, to those parts that has been taken up by this. Third is the fifth function of blood is actually the body temperature regulation. Body temperature regulation has been taken up by the blood. Body temperature regulation. And the last on important function of blood is the transport of hormones. You know, the endocrine glands are responsible to secrete the hormones that are, these are the ductless glands. So these are secreting the hormones in the blood, and that they need to be reached to the target site. That has been done by the blood. So blood is having a lot of important functions, including the transportation of nutrients, transportation of oxygen, transport of carbon dioxide from lungs, from the tissues to the lungs, right? Transportation of waste materials from the different tissues to the kidney and the skin. These are excretory organs. Body temperature regulation by distribution of heat, right? And the transportation of hormones. So that was about blood. I hope you all like this content related to blood. And thank you so much. Please give your comments in the comment section. And to watch more videos with us, I would like to tell you in the next video about the RBCs, WBCs, and the platelets. And then we will learn about the blood vessels and the heart. So till then, stay connected, and please subscribe my channel, and do share, like, and comment. Thank you so much. Bye bye, everyone.